pretty legit. All right, we got a Darius top. Says that he does a pretty good job of winning lane. I'm already tilted though. You're not taking fucking Longsword 3 into Jayce. You're taking Doran Shield as a rule, okay? And yeah, YouTube, this is my intro. Hi, NEACE, etc. You should be taking Doran Shield in this matchup. Doran Shield 2 pots too good into Jayce, and you don't need a longsword to beat Jayce at all in any capacity. And you're going to take more damage than you need to because you took the longsword start. This Jayce is pretty bad. He's letting you hit him with Qs. That should pretty much never happen on Jayce. Every Q, he is. See, I like your I like that you're taking Flash Ghost. I have no problem with any of that. I think the Doran Shield would play a little bit better for you. I'm assuming you're taking Fervor. I hope you're taking Fervor. You get the first blood. You are doing the right thing, pushing the lane. Jayce trying to fuck with you a little bit. I don't see why you didn't. Honestly, dude, I truly think you should have saved your cooldowns. Because you know he's probably going to TP. And if he TPs to it, you just auto the creeps. And if he TP to a minion, I think you should jump on him. I think you should walk right in and fuck with him. Level 3 versus level 2. You can do an exit trade. And this also would work a little bit better with Doran Shield too. But you can do an exit trade on the way out because you'll be level 3 and he'll only be level 2. And then you can just chunk him out of lane as soon as you get him back in and then push the lane and back. You can also ping Nocturne to help. I don't see you pinging him. But Nocturne would probably like ganking here a lot. I just think that as a rule, you're playing Darius anyways. We got the guy's summoners. Level 3 versus level 2. You can take a quick trade and see how it pans out and then just back up and evaluate. You can also ping, like I said, you can ping Nocturne you can even tell him to just help you push so that you could reset because you got the first blood. That's a good option too. And generally, like, it's like, oh, my junglers don't want to help me. But generally, if you tell a jungler to push the lane, junglers think, oh, I get XP. So you'll lose a little XP in the lane, but you'll be able to catch the first blood. And as Darius, you can fall a little bit behind in XP because you just need to build tank items anyways. And see, we wouldn't get in this weird position where we miss some XP. Don't like that trade too much. I think you're being very greedy in this lane. And I think you kind of luck out in that. If I'm telling you right now, if I'm playing you and I'm playing Jayce and you're building like this, you're gonna feed. So that's why I'm harping on you really hard. I truly think I like the refillable pot because at least you're gonna have some sustain, but I would rather you go towards like tabbies first or something along those lines rather than what you're doing here. If you find a competent Jayce that knows what he's doing, you're gonna fucking feed building this way. You got to understand that you outscale him. So this line that you're building, I get like the Black Cleaver standard and I get that you need to get there, but you going for it in this way, you are asking to get snowballed on by better players. Like eventually you will have a player that plays Jayce that knows how to kite and he will just fucking obliterate you because you don't have any, like you're not mitigating any damage at all. And that's kind of a big part of this matchup. That's why I was leaning towards like Doran Shield, maybe go tabbies, and then also added benefit with tabbies, you get the move speed that you're wanting from Phage. So you don't need, this is just diminishing returns. Damage is cool, you'll get it later. For now, you just need to mitigate the lane so that you don't fall behind in lane. part of the reason also you get that kill, you would have gotten that kill with Dorn Shield regardless, and then you would have had more HP to work with on the push. That was why we got pushed under and got forced to back. So that's why I'm telling you all this. Because I get it, you wanted to work on some of the macro stuff. This is kind of macro, really. Itemization is a big part of macro. So, like, this shit is very greedy. This is what I would call a greedy line by you, and it's only working because this guy's ass. So we push. We get the wave under tower. 500 gold. I think you see him. You do. Let's get your vision. Cool. He goes on you at level 6. I mean, he's just really bad, dude. Like, you're very lucky here. Thoughts where he wasn't good. So I could be greedy. You don't need to be greedy. There's no need to be greedy, is what I'm telling you. Also part of it is not only are you ensuring that you never lose, but you're also going to be able to play 2v1s better. Some Darius even go like fucking tabbies in a Doran shield or something. Or I'm sorry, tabbies in like a Doran's blade, like an extra Doran's blade. So you'd have like Doran shield, Doran's blade, and tabbies just to make sure that he's like, I never lose. I will never lose lane. Because you need to understand that people that pick Jayce in low elo at top lane, unless they snowball on you, they will do nothing. They like literally, I'm speaking from experience. I've played a lot of Jayce. When I play Jayce, my goal is to strangle someone off of farm. So why I'm saying this guy is bad is because a good Jayce is going to freeze. Good Jayce is going to freeze right here. I have op.gg records of me making people like 100 CS behind because I play Jayce and I literally just freeze. That's what you're trying to mitigate, is you're trying to mitigate those types of scenarios from your opponent as Jayce. Now, if the game drags on, let's say that you both play and you both farm up, Darius is always going to be more functional than Jayce. The only time that Jayce really is going to beat you is if he freezes on you and outfarms the shit out of you or kills you a bunch in lane. Which is why I'm telling you don't have to be greedy. Because at the end of the day, as long as we've built out tank items and hit our items, we will always be able to push into Jayce and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Because of your build. You'll never be able to shred your armor fast enough. And you could just ghost and run at him. Speaking of which, our ghost will be up soon. And the only reason I know this matchup is because I've played it on the Jayce side so often. Where I know what I would hate to see as a Jayce player. It's kind of like a Poppy matchup or a Gragas matchup. The only way that the Jayce player really wins is by out farming the shit out of you, or snowballing on you somehow. Nocturne setting up a gank. Does Nocturne have ult? No. Then I probably would. Oh, nice. Good, you held Ghost. Good job. So you push in. A little concerned about Udyr. I would push this wave and back. No. Right now you need to be backing so you can get in position quickly. Okay? You're not taking tower yet. You've done plenty of damage. Go and back and leverage your lead. You have 1,400. You already have tabbies, which means you're going to be building very close to Black Cleaver. I would imagine that's what you're probably going to build a Kindle Gem, maybe a Control Ward or something. You need to go into the brush here and back now. No more floating. Don't over push early. This is a habit that you need to break. I'll show you again so you can see. And I'll play it like normal speed. Right there. So you do damage. Jayce is dead for 13. If I'm you, I'm pressing tab. I'm like, tab. Where's Jayce? 8 seconds. Okay, we got some time. I can get this wave. I'm still on board. I'm like, okay, if Udyr shows up, I don't think Udyr kills me. So you push this wave in too with your Q. right there is when I turn and leave, okay? So get this picture in your head. Right here is when I leave, and then I reset. You stay. And of course, Jayce shows up. We're not in position to back. And then... Okay, good. Thank God we won, right? This is a situation where you can very easily throw your lead. Also a situation where, I mean, we know that Udyr was mid here. However, if Udyr shows up or if Jayce is a little bit more competent, there's a chance that we throw. That's why I say you need to back. It's great that you get the kill, but don't be results oriented and think like, oh, that was great. I should stay there every time. Again, we are assuming that our opponents are not brain dead. This guy is brain dead. The only reason that we are this big is because he is brain dead. All right. So that's why I'm just trying to prepare you for when you face better players. So you stay again. I would be backing again. So this is a double fail, in my opinion. I think you should have already backed. You sneak another kill in, which is super greedy. Here, you could just let the minions die to tower and reset again. You don't have teleport, so you can't get in position fast enough. If you die, you're going to give a whole bunch of rubber band XP back the enemy team. So if Udyr runs up here and kills us, we're going to be one sad man. Luckily, get out with 2 greedy plays. Cool. We got Black Cleaver now. And we got Tabbies. Pretty much unkillable. Pushing lane. You shove in. Alright, I see Xerath. I saw Jayce mid. Jayce is there. You're chilling top. Pretty sure you can 2v1 right now. Pretty confident. Alright, Xerath's moving to us. You back away. I would really like the ward. We have it. Jayce warding for us. Alright, Xerath's coming. 3v1. You back down. This is all fine. No 2 you want to take yet. You're fine here. Fine here. We can't see Udyr. We can't see Xerath. Take blue. I can see their bot lane. That's the other thing that I'm thinking about. If Udyr shows his fate... Wait. Did Udyr show bot? Not yet. If he did, I didn't see him. Auto W. Q. Auto dunk. Very nice. You get out. Ooh. We got shut down. I mean, super unlucky. You could flash that, probably. I think your flash is up, maybe. I'm not sure. Sucks that he gets to shut down. Obviously, you could juke better, but whatevs, right? Nocturne still pressuring tower. Question. I'm hoping you do this here in the next rotation. I forget that we're on the new patch. Oh, you're going to bottom? This is weird by you. Okay, never mind. Nocturne got the tier 2. Got it. Okay. So you go take the tier 1. Jayce comes down. Can we see this coming? At this point, you should just be turning into... You should honestly just be turning into them. And trying to trade a kill. Instead of running away. You should just be going for these two. Unless your ult's on cooldown. The thing is, this fucking replay shit, the cooldowns are all fucked. You should be... When you pop Ghost... Alright, let's look at it like this. Okay, you're 5-1. Okay? Jayce is coming down. If we, once the tower falls, if you ghost into them and heal off of Q, you can push. Basically, when you move forward, you move these guys back as well. Okay? So we're trying to run forward with Ghost, hit these guys with Q, and create space so that we can push them away and then we can control the fight. But when you allow them to collapse on you, yeah, most likely Lulu will be your squishiest target. Exactly. You should be going for the Lulu, trying to burst him down if you can. Just a quick, like, Q, you know, auto W ult. Just throw it out there and then run up fucking to Tri-Brush with your Ghost. Because what's going to happen is when Jayce collapses on you like this, obviously he does have to flash for you. So it's not that big a deal. But I mean, you make a decent attempt to leave anyways. Also, what the fuck? What are you building? Are you building what is this by you? Is this Death's Dance? This is actually part of the reason you're dead. I don't think I agree with your itemization here. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know how well this plays with one another. I think you would get more value out of something like a fucking Dead Man's, or what do we got here? Like, it doesn't seem necessary to build Death's Dance. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't play Darius enough to know if that's like the correct adjustment to make. Just verify. Because you basically don't, once you have Black Cleaver, you can basically build full tank. So I don't see why you know what I mean? I don't see why you would need Death's Dance. Yeah, I just would verify. I could be saying the wrong thing here. And I don't pretend to know perfect itemization with Darius. But I certainly feel like off of my read, like initially, I don't think you need, exactly. That's exactly it. Ovidian gets what I'm getting at. Essentially, at this point, you're so big that you just need to build, it's the same argument that I use for the Bruiser GP. And that if you were building out damage here, like, even though I don't consider Death's Dance like damage per se, but it is more of a damagey line than like Dead Man's. At this point, it's the same argument as the Bruiser GP. It's like, I'm so big that all I need to do is just be a brick. And Darius passive gets so much value. It's like 1,000,000 BFs on a fucking passive. So we don't really need, part of the reason that we're squishy and die there, I mean, obviously I think we play it wrong, but I think that we live if we have different items. Pretty sure. So just something to think about. And it's a very important consideration to make. Because that could play a part in whether or not we die. Whoa, 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 whoa. Path right at him. Oh, I see. You're scared of Lulu. I didn't see that first. Got it. It's fine. Your team's out of position. I didn't see Lulu right away. Yeah, that's kind of where I was thinking too. Pretty much full tank. Oh. So your Ghost is very willy-nilly. Are you scared that Udyr can fight you? Yeah. It's probably a pretty fair assessment. I wouldn't want to fight him there either. Nocturne kills Xerath. Xerath's dead, and you're pathing towards Dragon. I would rather you just stay pressuring top tower instead of walking all the way down, alright? Look. Xerath dies, and you start pathing towards this. Dragon is not that important to me. Pressure the tower first. Pull someone to you and threaten an inhib. Here's what's going to happen. Either there's going to be 4 people doing Dragon and they get Dragon and you get a tower. Which I assure you breaking a tower versus Xerath mid is worth. Even if they get a fucking Infernal. Okay? Put some faith in your team here. Let them do the dragon fight. You push. Also, if someone shows up to defend you, if you didn't waste Ghost all crazy, if someone shows up to defend you, you can just kill them. You can just run under tower and kill them, and then continue on your merry way. But this, you are missing an opportunity. You asked about macro. This is a perfect opportunity to go over it here. Xerath's dead. Pressuring top. 3 people are bottom, and we can see them. And you elect to, instead of pushing to tower and pressuring it, you elect to move all the way to mid, where there's no minions. You're beelining, I can see your pathing. You're beelining straight towards dragon. This is so bad by you. You are so big here that you can just shove under tower, and then if only one defends, you got him. Instead, you walk all the way over to dragon. You didn't shove mid either. Udyr is going to get dragon. And now here comes the Darius show, right? Great, you got a kill. What did we really pressure, though? We didn't hit the objective. Udyr still wins the dragon. And now we're going to stand around with our dicks in our hands, and we're not going to pressure any tower. You had an opportunity to pressure one of the most important towers in the game. These 3 towers are the most important towers in the game to break, because they determine whether or not we can start opening up Baron pressure reliably. Also, anytime you're facing champions that wave clear, Xerath is a big wave clear champ, right? Xerath, Ziggs, Victor, Lux. Anytime we're facing GP, wave clear mids, we have to break towers when it's given the opportunity. You should have been excited to go and hit that tower. Additionally, your newbies will never hit towers. As far as I'm concerned, you're one of those newbies, because you literally went, I'll be right there, guys. Doop 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 doop. Right? And you walked all the way over. Yeah, you got a kill. So what? No dragon, no pressure. Also, you're losing your XP gain, because you would have gotten more XP by being off alone. Now Udyr is going to collect all that farm, some of which would have been denied, and you missed some of the XP that you would have got, and you probably would have been able to kill this tower. You're doing it again. This one might actually be more justified, though. So they start doing Baron. You start pathing up. To be fair, this Udyr is slaying it right now. In my opinion, by the way, this is where we lose. And I'm trying to see how it happened. And I need to make sure I didn't steer you wrong. Zyra's dead. You're in platinum. And they go straight to Baron. Do they have vision of you moving? Nope. They're just beelining for it. Alright, man. That play where we didn't push might have hurt us the most. That was our biggest window to get stuff done. Let's see if we can get a favorable fight. So you run in. Nice. And you kill Xerath. Udyr's splitting. You're pressuring a tower of your own. That was good. Game's not over. Game floats. Udyr's splitting. Can't do much about that, though. Can you really not challenge this Udyr at all? I gotta tell you, I would be trying to trade with this fucking guy. I feel like you're just letting him... Yeah, this is weird by you. You just let him... I don't get this. You're very scared of this guy, and it makes no sense. There you go. I wanted to, but he'd walk away. Yeah, but you really should be at least pressuring him. Like, what you're doing is you're letting him push at you. When, you know, I get it, you don't want to just suicide into him or anything, but if you have people mid, I want you stopping him from pushing at you, okay? Like, I don't want him to be able to just shove into me when in the later, okay, this is why I dropped GP too, for those who are curious. One of the reasons that I don't like playing GP right now is because as the game goes on, there gets to a point where you can't leave your tower and fight people. Because, you know, once everyone's scaled and farmed up, it can be very tough to leave your tower safely because champions will just beat your ass as GP, right? Riven will run up and just fucking and shit on you. Yasuo, Rengar will just beat you up. That's one of the reasons I don't like GP right now is because I feel like I can never leave my fucking tower and push anything safely. What you were doing just now is you were letting this guy push at you and then pressure the map, and it was like you wouldn't even push him away. All right? You weren't even knocking him away. So he's pressuring the map, and you're just on the back foot. You got to remember, as the mid and late game kick in, and this is a big reason why I dropped him, is a big part of League is being able to apply pressure somewhere. If you can't apply pressure to a tower, you can never win, which was why I harped on you so hard about this rotation to the dragon. Is because rotating to the dragon doesn't win us the game. Even if you go down and kill 4 fucking people, it doesn't get you anything done. Like, it gets you nothing. I got 4 kills, I get a little bigger, but I'm still not hitting a tower. Okay? So, when I see the Udyr pressing up like that, and we're not pushing him around, or we're not pushing back into him a little bit, or testing the waters, especially when there was like 4 mid, there's something wrong. Okay? And yes, in general, when you have someone who's big enough to split, your function, well, it's your team's function to figure out who the fuck can hold him and then send that person there. Technically, the most efficient thing is to find the person that can hold him just barely and park him there. So even if you have a top laner who's 2 levels behind and is playing Malphite, right, and they've got like a fed Tryndamere, as long as the Malphite can hold the guy, that's positive, because that means that a level 15 Malphite is holding a level 17 Tryndamere who's fed. So technically, it's the most optimal to bring the person who's just big enough to hold him and won't die to him and can keep him under control. Because if the rest of your team can, if that's the most fed person who's splitting and you can hold him and nullify him, then the threat is gone. What do I do if my team can't hold a Zyra, Varus, Veigar in a 4v4? Don't worry about your team. They get wiped, and this game is very unlucky by the looks of it. However, I saw twice this game where we lost pressure by either itemization, where we built, like, you built a line that doesn't make you tankier, and you after Black Cleaver, which in my opinion, I think that it should have just been fucking Deadman's or Randuin's or something, and just build out tank so that you could keep pressure on the map without dying, right? You misplayed it a little bit, not the end of the world. I think the bigger issue is that you're greeting on your itemization too much, because in that spot where you were pushing, I probably would have had Doran's Shield, Doran's Blade, Black Cleaver, Ninja Tabbies, and then a fucking like a Giant's Belt or something building towards Deadman's, right? But you told me in the beginning, like, well, I thought I could get away with it. But the thing you got to understand is a lot of League is just survival when you get ahead, especially with Darius anyways, because you get so much damage. You don't need this Death's Dance shit. You just need more tank, like more stats, like more health. And then this spot where you relieved pressure. You relieve pressure. All this shit with your teammates dying, you open it up when you let go of the fucking gas. Like, you get caught here, right? You get shut down, right? Bam. Rubber band XP. Everyone just got like 3 levels off of you dying. That's true, by the way. League of Legends get more Mario Party. So Jayce got a bunch of levels that he shouldn't have gotten. And then definitely Lulu and Zaya got a bunch of levels that they shouldn't have gotten by you dying here. So bam, everyone just gets XP, right? And then here, when you move to Dragon, not only do you only get a kill, right? You just only get a kill. You don't win the Dragon. But again, you are losing pressure on the map. You are losing that solo XP, that juicy solo XP. And you are not making it so that your team can... You're trying to hold up your newbies. All climbing solo queue is just grabbing your newbies by the armpits and just going, newbies! You will succeed. Like, you are literally like split pushing and staying alive so that, you know, if your team's behind at 25 minutes, if I split push and keep pressure up, 35 minutes comes, 40 minutes comes, now suddenly everyone's on even ground and there's a chance that we can win. That's really all that solo queue is you're doing that Lion King shit and you're just, you know, newbies, you gotta fucking do it, right? And they'll be trying to surrender and you'll be like 1,002 and you'll be like, newbies, we got this. But when you let go of the gas, this one is the one that really bothers me. This one here. You know, deaths are going to happen sometimes. Itemization, I think, could be better. Deaths are going to happen. But when you actively go and go all the way to Dragon from here, that's where I'm just like, that's why you lost. Because I think that you took a situation where you break tower, maybe, you know, threaten inhib, maybe someone shows up, you kill them, you take an inhib, they would never get Baron, the game would never be, you know, it would never be this shitty of a spot and you potentially win, but we don't know because you made such a bad move to cut across the map. Okay? All right. Beyond that, I like where you're going, dude. This is not that bad. This is not that bad. This is a rough game too. Don't get me wrong. What I'm telling you is I think you could win potentially. I'm not saying that, oh, if you push here, you were definitely going to win. Oh, if you built the right items, you were 100% going to win. The point is that your odds are going down when you make these dumb moves. When you make a bad item choice and get picked off, XP goes to the other team. Your odds go down. When you run across the map and try to get a fucking dragon it does not matter as much as you getting bigger and pressuring a tower. When you do something like that, your odds are going down. What you're seeing is a result of your decisions that reduce your chance of winning the game. All right? Okay. Okay, man. I hope this helps you. I hope this helps my YouTube peeps. I love you guys very much. Please like, subscribe, all that bullshit, etc., etc. It's NEACE. I love you, and I'm out. Peace. Cracks. Thanks.